Hey guys, Senior Thesis Bart here, back with another video. This time I'm going to be doing a TV show comparison or TV show rating of the last two episodes, more or less, of the seasons of whatever superhero shows we're on. So there are 6 of them on, and I'm just going to be going over them quickly. So here we go. Number 6, Supergirl. Myriad sucked. The second to last episode of the season was also awful. So this is ranked last because the plan, you didn't really get it going forward, and when it happened, it was just kind of a letdown. That being said, the ending of World's Finest, great. The ending of the season, okay. But that second to last episode was actually, I think, the worst superhero episode I've seen in a very, 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 very long time. So that ranks at second to last. Also, they kind of brought in Superman just to kick out Superman because Superman? And what I mean by that is when Myriad took place and all the humans on Earth, or at least in National City, were brainwashed, Superman was in space during that whole time. Now, later in the episode, they bring Superman in as kind of like a big heroic moment, and then he falls to Myriad under the flimsy excuse of he was raised on Earth. Kara was raised on Earth for the majority of her life, and she was still immune to it. So no. What they should have done is they should have left Superman in space and say he can't come back, and so it's up to Kara. That would have been fine. That would have actually built Kara's character. It wouldn't have nixed Superman's character, and they didn't have to come up with a stupid excuse for it. Now, the overall ending of Supergirl, she gets with James, yay, and they discover a pod ship, or a Kryptonian pod ship, exactly like the one Kara landed in, and they're very shocked at who's or what's in it. I was personally hoping for Val-Zod, but they didn't reveal that, and kind of that makes you lose investment. Number 5, Agent Carter. This more had to do with a lack of investment in the character's struggle, as opposed to an overall quality of the show. The quality is fine. I liked it. It's just I didn't care about the villain. I didn't care about the villains, the shadowy cabal of all middle-aged white people. I honestly don't know what to call them. I don't think they ever really referred to it. Pre-Hydra, the Proto-Hydra. I just didn't care about that, and so when everything happened, I was kind of like, all right, let's get over this. Let's get this done. Yes, Peggy, I like you, but this is not really enjoyable as an overall. I mean, I loved Jarvis's struggle. I'm happy Agent Peggy finally got with Sousa. But in the end, the white misogynistic blonde dude, who at the beginning of the season was actually on Peggy's side and then changed and reverted back to his season 1 self for the sake of power, and I didn't buy that. I really didn't buy that. They shouldn't have done that. But anyways, he gets shot, and I'm like, okay, I really don't care who it was. Might have been Black Widow. I liked her character. They got rid of her. Might have been someone else. Didn't really care. So everything got wrapped up nicely, but the cliffhanger that I'm supposed to feel emotional attachment to, I didn't, because the character is derailed. Overall, I think Agent Carter deserves to be in the top half of this list, or that just stands for the quality of the top half stuff, barring this next one. But the season finale just kind of dragged it down for me. Number 4, Legends of Tomorrow. Now, Legends of Tomorrow